Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy the Geek Takeover coming at you with another X-Men 97 Season 2 episode. What's episode on? Five? Weapon X episode. Spoiler alert, this was not my favorite episode. This may be the worst episode since 97 started, if I'm being just honest with you guys. Now, to understand why I don't like this, you guys can sit back, relax, and just listen to me kind of recap and react to this episode, and then you can judge my decision at that time. If you like this, kudos. If you agree with me, welcome to the team. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into the action. So the action starts not with the X-Men reacting to Magneto's death, not with Charles joining the team, not with Rogue finding out that she lost Gambit and Magneto, not with Apocalypse doing something, not with Kang. No, it starts with a Wolverine team. But wait, Wolverine met up with Black Widow and Captain America. Are all three of them on a team right now? No. We have Wolverine, Morph, Lady Deathstrike, Sabretooth, Maverick, and Kane. Okay. A Weapon X team. Okay. You know, I knew it was going to be a long shot that Cap and Widow would be, like, in this entire episode. I knew it was a long shot. But I had to hold out hope because I was like, why would you have them in this post-credit scene last week and then they just get thrown away? Like, I do hope eventually we get to a point where there are more cartoons, whether it's a Spider-Man revival, a Daredevil cartoon, an Avengers cartoon, like something. But this last week felt like just like a cheap pop, you know? So, I mean, it's cool. Wolverine is in his brown suit. That's awesome. Everybody loves the brown suit. I think that's the Jim Lee suit, if I'm not mistaken. One of his first appearances. I'm gonna have to do some research and do that in the editing. But, you know, that's cool. Morph's little suit looked pretty sick. Had no idea who the hell Kane was off the top of my. I don't know that name in Marvel lore, but Maverick I do know because of Marvel Snap, which we'll get to later. Anyways, they're going to the Weapon X facility because they've heard rumbles about secret experiments going on and blah 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 blah. Anyways, a bunch of birds fly into their helicopter, crash the helicopter. Everybody's scattered except Kane, who was impaled by a shit ton of trees. Nice to see you. Have a great day. Don't forget to exit stage left. Anyways, they go into the facility. Everybody's fucking dead. Shit has clearly hit the fan. And Marvel Snap fans, you're still winning. Because not only do you get Maverick, you also get Brood. The Brood aliens have overran this facility. They've pretty much killed everybody and infected some. And they're just trying to get the fuck out of there. And the plan is for Wolverine and Maverick to go one way, so that way to the transportation bay, I think. And then Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike, and Morph go the other way, so that way they can restart the power. As Morph's team goes to restart the power, they find a shit ton of videos. They play one. The scientists say that they're using the Broods to try to wipe the memory of their subjects when they are experimenting on them so they don't remember who they are. And they also learn that during this fusion, if they get fused with adamantium, the Broods don't like that. And also, the Broods overpower when they get their blood is transfused in them, and they turn the subjects into Brood aliens. We'll get back to that. Oh, and also the goal for the Brood is to combine with the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Sounds like someone we may know. Oh, right. Because we hear over the intercom, or their radio, Maverick calling for help, Wolverine screaming. They go to check it out in the adamantium bay of all places. Not the transportation bay. Interesting. They see Omega Red in a cryogenic tube, whatever. Maverick's freaking out. He's like, yo, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Morph's like, well, where's Wolverine? Where's Wolverine? And it's too late. The Broods have already gotten to him, And nice to see you, Maverick. You're gone. Don't forget to exit stage left and collect your paycheck. Now we're down to Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike, Morph, and Logan. Eventually, they destroy the tube that was holding Omega Red. He breaks free, and I assume we're about to get a badass fight between Omega Red and Wolverine. No, because they have a brief interaction. Morph turns into Deadpool. Hi, Deadpool. Nice to see you for your annual cameo. Where the hell are you? He takes Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike to the cafeteria. I think it was a cafeteria. It looked like it. The lady and Sabretooth are like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Wolverine is an animal. No. And Sabretooth, of all fucking people, says, well, why the hell was he in the adamantium place to begin with? That's not the transportation bay. That's not even close to the transportation bay. He's trying to convince Morph that Wolverine's intention was to give himself his claws back. We'll get back to that. Morph eventually convinces them, says the only way to save him is to fuse him with adamantium, which is his goal, blah, 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 blah. Morph turns into Cyclops, then into Jean, and then he tries to get Logan into the tube. He also gets stabbed briefly, which I honestly thought was like, oh shit, he's going to die too. Omega Red was nowhere to be seen, by the way. So I was like, where the fuck was he? A couple seconds later, he enters. I got ahead of myself. Sabretooth says, you know what, fuck this plan. I'm going to get my lick back. And he goes to try and fight Wolverine, gets bodied, and then I think he realizes, okay, let me just go ahead with this plan. They eventually get Wolverine into the tube. Sabretooth pulls the switch to start fusing Wolverine with adamantium, and then enters Omega Red. Again, where the hell are you? You were in the same room as him, and then you left, and you came back. What? Anyways, Wolverine gets his claws back. He kills a bunch of broods. He does the thing with his claws. He says, get over here, or I'm back. Yeah, or something like that, whatever. He has a quick little, 10-second fight with Omega Red. Shit's hitting the fan. The building's collapsing. The building's on fire. They got a dip. They leave. Pillar collapses, crushes Omega Red. The building explodes. Heroes leave. Morph is in his brooding. Brood. Anyways, he's brooding because, Logan lied to him. The lovers are having a quarrel. Wolverine is like, it's me, the claws are me, I had to do this, basically. And Morph is like, sir, you're just an animal. And then he moves up front to sit with Lady Deathstrike. And that's the episode. Again, no Magneto, no Rogue, no Charles, no Apocalypse, nothing to me that really furthered the main plot. Obviously, we knew Logan was going to get his adamantium eventually. Now, I'm not saying that this didn't move the plot. I'm just saying, for the main story, this did fucking nothing. At all. And from both seasons, this, I think, is the weakest episode, especially when it's following the Magneto episode. There was already a very high bar. It was all the way up here. Wolverine, as awesome as you are, you're all the way down here. So on the geek scale, this episode easily gets a 1. I don't want to give it a 1. That feels disrespectful as fuck. But I can't go any higher than a 2. A 2 out of 5. It was just so boring. It had cool aspects. It felt like it tried to be scary, but it wasn't. It wasn't for me, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Maybe you enjoyed this more than I did. I did check. There was no post-credit scene this week. Oh well. I assume next week we'll finally get the Charles back with the team, mourning Magneto, and getting the plot pushed further with Apocalypse. That's all that I could hope for. I don't know. I feel empty after this episode. I do. It did nothing for me. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy this video though, please make sure to drop a like. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe with your friends. Next week is going to be an insane week because we have San Diego Comic-Con. We also potentially have Avengers Doomsday tickets going on sale with a possible trailer and or poster. We also have the Odyssey coming out, Wednesday, tomorrow, that I want to go watch. Spider-Man out in a couple weeks. So, fingers crossed, but things are going to be on the up and up. So until next time, this has been the Geek Takeover, signing out.